What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's gonna be like a two-part thing, two-day thing on this video. I done took the transmission apart that came out of heavy flow. I figured out why it's popping out of 6th gear. For some odd reason, like this bearing has a lot of play in it, I guess. Oh, it is bent here a little bit, so it's got a lot of play in this gear. So I'm gonna change that bearing, get that clearanced out better so that when I do put in 6, it's fine, because the synchro ring is still in there and the gears do move freely. So I mean, like I said before, every other gear was fine except for the 6th gear. I used to pop out of 5th sometimes, but it was because the intake was hitting the counterweight on the shift selector. I'm gonna go ahead, take this gear set, the diff, all it out, transfer it to this good case that I have. I wish I had a speed sensor, well, a gear driven speed sensor instead of the Hall effect one, to just make my life easier when it comes to the K-Pro. But I will just I found out you can pin it into the ECU using one of the auxiliaries, so I can do that, but I just won't have it on the cluster, which I'm fine with. But as long as I have 2-step on the car, I'll be good. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get the gear set swapped over, close the case up, get it to the house, and then tomorrow we'll put it in the car. Maybe I'll see if I can swing it tonight.
I like everything about you.
Alright guys, I came up with a little idea. So Speed Factory and Hybrid Racing sells these aftermarket detent springs. So this is a detent spring. Basically what it does, it sits inside of here with a ball bearing, and it basically just keeps the shift fork in gear, and helps with shift and feel. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some little washers inside this screw, say where the spring sits, and basically I'm just shimming it to, I guess, put the spring out slightly more. This is just test purposes. If it works, then you guys will learn something new. Basically like shimming an oil pump. So normally the spring would sit flush with the top of the bolt like this, but when you shim it, it'll sit out like this. And this is basically how the Hybrid and Speed Factory springs sit out. They sit out a little bit more, maybe like 1 coil more. I'm sure on this one it sat out a little bit more. It's already, oh, just dropped the spring. Yeah, on this one it sat out slightly more. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I put 2 washers in. Oh, it's sitting sideways, that's why. Alright, well, yeah. So I'll try that, see if it works. There we go. I'll try that, see if it works. If it feels different, then I'll let you guys know. And then I'll probably do it to that K car right there, because he was talking about buying those springs. And I advised him against it, because some people were saying that they put the detent springs in there and they started missing gears. So I'm gonna try it on mine, be a test dummy on my own stuff, and then I'll give you guys some feedback on it. So there she is. Trans is good. The shifts feel somewhat more firm. So when they feel more aggressive, I should say, which is really good. So when I put it in there, find out. Hopefully I get in there tomorrow, do some test hits this weekend, and make some content on that too. Alright guys, so I'm home now. Got an hour's worth of sunlight left. Wife's still not here yet, so, and already asleep right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trans out, and get the clutch put in the car. Well, not in the car, but in the well, bolt the clutch up, I should say, and try to get as much stuff as I can done before she gets home. And then tomorrow I'll pick up the rest of the video with buttoning the car up. So let's get to it. Alright guys, just pull the clutch off. As you can see, it's pretty toast. Pretty done. So, this plate's done too. You can go ahead and pull the flywheel off and get the twin on. Alright, so I don't have any 6mm. I don't have a 3/8 6mm Allen socket here or any Loctite, so I guess I'm gonna go to the parts store in the morning and get some. Then we'll just pick the video back up from there. Alright guys, gonna pick up this video where I left off at from last night. I went and got some Loctite, some trans fluid, upper radiator hose because I messed the one up that's in the car, some screw clamps, and some Allens from Lowe's and the parts store. And I'm going to take the clutch out of the trunk, disassemble it, reassemble it back on the car. Sorry if there's a lot of wind noise. Super windy today. Rain. Well, I had a thunderstorm pass through and it brought in a cold front and some wind. So the audio on these last few clips might be a little bit jacked up, but just bear with me while we get this done.
Pretty sure it ain't the O-ring in the pump or nothing like that.
I'm sure it's not the O-ring in the pump because you can't use any other one.
Oh, I got you.
Alright guys, so I got everything about buttoned back up. Just got to put some lug nuts on the wheels, and then I'm gonna go on a little test drive. First I'm just gonna see, feel the clutch out, make sure it has enough throw in the pedal and it doesn't have too much, because if some of you don't know, with front wheel drive cars, if you have too much throw in the clutch pedal, it'll literally start walking the crank, and then it'll knock the thrust washers out, and then in turn it'll start knocking the bearings out. So trying to make sure that doesn't happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some heating the motor, heating the trans. I did start shifting the trans inside the car. It does feel a lot different. It feels more precise, I should say. with the new with the spacers in the detent spring. So gonna start it up here in a second after I put the lug nuts on the wheels, get the car back on the ground, and then get to test driving. Alright guys, so we're in the car right now. Clutch is adjusted, well, kind of self-adjusted. So I'm just gonna go to the gas station real quick, put some air in these tires, make a, well, on the way there I'm gonna put it in 6 and see if it goes in and doesn't pop out, and then probably just do a quick 1-2 hit on camera, and then that should be about it. That'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, so as you can see, clutch is fixed. No more slipping. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video. I'm gonna start on another video that I've been meaning to put out for a while, probably since I started the channel. But all in all, I like the feel of the clutch. It feels like every other twin disc. Let's just hope it stays in the car. Now I can actually get on the dyno, make a dyno vid of this, and put out another pretty good video for you guys. So stay tuned, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next upload.